Welcome to the Dr. Ashley Show. I'm Dr. Ashley, and today we are going to dive into why maintenance is the real key to weight loss and how to actually successfully do it. I mean, if you've ever lost weight only to gain it right back, this episode has to be for you. And today I want to talk about one of the most overlooked, most important parts of weight loss, and that is maintenance. Now, as a side note, real quick, I hate the word maintenance. Maintenance is so boring. Maintenance leads to destruction. So I like to rename maintenance as a creation state. But I want to define that for you. And what I mean by that is keeping the weight off while creating new goals and new energy around this new state so that you can continue to grow from this place of successful weight loss. Now, this weight maintenance, it's not sexy. It doesn't get the hype that fad diets and weight loss drugs do. No one really talks about it, but it's where real lifelong change happens. At my company, PhD Weight Loss, we focus so much effort on the second phase of weight loss, which we call is the lifestyle integration phase. This is the creation phase. This is where we implement everything that we've learned during weight loss. Dropping weight is one thing, but keeping it off is a whole different picture. It's a different journey. So we've got to practice both, and most people don't understand that. Now, if this is the first video you've seen from me or the first episode you've listened to, I'm Dr. Ashley. I'm the owner and founder of PhD Weight Loss and Nutrition, where we have helped over 11,600 people drop around 500,000 pounds nationwide. And my goal with this channel is to give you the information you need to create sustainable positive change in your own life. So today we're going to talk about why most people regain their weight. I want to talk about what the science says about successful maintainers. We're going to talk about my top strategies to stay lean and strong for life and how our clients at PhD do it without living on a quote-unquote diet forever. So let's dive in. Now, the hard truth is that according to the research, the general population, about 80% of people who drop weight regain it, and man, they regain it quickly. And most people regain more than they dropped in the first place. If this is you, it doesn't mean that you failed. It just means that the system failed you. It wasn't the right approach for you. You weren't given the right tools. And why we see this issue so often is because most diets focus on eating less and just moving more. Even these new drugs, these GLP-1 drugs, work by just reducing your appetite. They don't actually change the habits underneath anything, right? They don't teach you how to live after the diet or the drug is over. There's no tools, there's no structure, there's no plan for the actual real world. So you might be left with a smaller body, but you're also left with the same old habits and a metabolism that's often more fragile than it was to begin with. So at PhD, we have worked again with thousands of people, and we see this again and again, that people do not have a weight loss problem. They have a weight maintenance problem. Now, if you feel that this is pertinent to you and your story, you've dropped weight before only to put it back on and you're so sick and tired of that, then you should definitely check out PhD Weight Loss. If you're listening to this on a podcast platform, just go to myphdweightloss.com and give us a call to learn more. If you're watching this on YouTube, just check out the link in the description and we'll give you more information right there. You can learn a bit more. And again, give us a call. You have real people on the other line who will pick up and listen to your story and see if we can help you drop this weight. But most importantly to me is to keep this weight off for good.
Hey, really quickly, if you're interested in hydrating yourself optimally and want to do it in an efficient and effective way, I created an Electrolyte Plus mix just for that. It's called Dr. Ashley's Electrolyte Plus, creative, I know. And it's crafted with essential electrolytes, vitamins, and minerals for maximum absorption. With patented forms of zinc and vitamin C, it supports immune and adrenal function. Plus, chromium picolinate regulates healthy blood sugar levels while helping to curb those cravings. Say goodbye to headaches and fatigue. Visit drashleywellness.com and use code Ashley10 for 10% off your first purchase or 20% off your first subscription order with free shipping. Plus, enjoy 30-day money-back guarantee. Now back to the episode.
All right, so what separates? I think the big question is what separates the 20% of people who actually keep the weight off? And there's a great study from the National Weight Control Registry that has tracked thousands of successful weight loss maintainers. And this is where I'm getting this information from. And I will tell you, it is in alignment with what I see around our successful PhD weight loss clients, who, by the way, we have tracked data that shows that 85% of folks who drop weight with PhD maintain their weight loss within 3 pounds. Successfully, which is huge. So number one, what they found around successful weight loss maintainers is that these folks move for about an hour a day. Not just intense workouts, but movement, walking, resistance training, and in general, avoiding long periods of sitting. Number two is that they have a strong self-monitoring practice. What I mean by that is that they weigh themselves weekly. They track their physical activity. They write down what they eat every day, and they reflect on their habits. It's not an obsessive nature, but it allows for accountability and consistency. And we know that consistency is key when it comes to dropping weight and keeping it off for good. Number three is that they eat in a way that works for real life, right? It's not a super restrictive diet. But again, even if they're eliminating certain food groups, potentially it works for their lifestyle. They've made it a part of their life, right? So they, in general, focus on protein-forward meals, whole food-based, and they've just got these strategies dialed in that fit with their likes, their preferences, and their overall lifestyle. Number four is they stay consistent, especially during hard times. There are no excuses, no procrastinations. They know what needs to be done, and they're consistent with it. It doesn't matter if they're on vacation, if they have a stressful season of life, if it's the holidays. It's just a part of their identity, which allows for that consistency. So they don't take time off from healthy living. It's like you wake up and you make your bed in the morning. Maybe you do. It has to, you wake up, you make your bed, you brush your teeth, and you get your cup of coffee. That level of habitual consistency has to reach to these habits that allow you to sustain weight loss. I hope that that makes sense. They have support. This is a big one. I think a lot of us think we should be able to drop weight and keep it off on our own. But it is really tricky, especially when you've had years and years of these old habit demons, is what I like to call them, that you're retraining. So most of these people have at least one person in their life. It might be a coach. It might be a spouse. It might be a friend who helps them stay accountable and tells them the information they need to hear. Not necessarily what they want to hear, but what they need to hear, the truth. We all need one of those. So now I want to dive into the metabolism and why keeping the weight off can be a challenge. When you drop weight, your metabolism has to adjust. In general, we burn less calories, fewer calories at rest than we did before the weight loss journey. Your hunger hormones also shift, especially ghrelin, which is the hunger hormone, which makes you feel hungry. So your hunger hormone usually goes up a bit and the body becomes more efficient at storing fat. The body just tends to adjust. It seems to reduce the non-exercise activity thermogenesis, that NEAT, if you've heard of that term before. That's the number of calories you burn just through like fidgeting or getting up and moving around or cleaning or walking and up and down the stairs or parking far away and walking into the store, taking the stairs instead of the elevator. Our body tries to compensate and we do less of that. So we end up just being more sedentary and burning fewer calories throughout the day. So this is okay. This is normal. But if you don't have a long-term plan, you're not aware of these things and you don't catch it, then this is when the weight can creep slowly back. This is why we need to build muscle and really focus on muscle maintenance and growth during the maintenance phase, because this is your protection for your metabolism. This is why we really need to focus on eating adequate protein and high quality protein to help curb those cravings and to preserve your lean muscle mass. This is why the real transformation I find happens in this maintenance/creation phase. This is why we have this at PhD, this specific phase, this lifestyle integration phase, so that we can support the metabolism, slowly increase calories back, and make sure each individual is doing exactly what they need to do to keep the weight off. In addition to making sure that the dietary approach supports keeping the weight off, we focus on that daily movement piece, the resistance training, maintaining muscle mass. Strength preservation is key. We focus on monitoring and tracking macros to make sure that protein, the healthy fats, the carbs are right where they need to be for each unique body. We focus on flexible nutrition and move from specific meal plans to real world eating and practicing what that looks like when folks are traveling, when you have high stress seasons of life. All of those different seasons can impact how we move our bodies, how we eat, how we think, our mindset. And then community is key. It's the number one influence on behavior. So if you have dropped weight and you are working to keep it off, make sure that you've got that support system, that community of like-minded individuals, because maintenance isn't about never struggling again, right? It's about having the system to bounce back. And also, if you have dropped weight only to put it back on, I like to think for a lot of people, not everyone, but weight loss is an addiction recovery process. And for some people, a relapse is a part of the process. It doesn't mean that it has to be, but for some, it's there. And it can be the deepest, most gratifying learning opportunity for folks. It's not an opportunity to give up and give in. It's an opportunity to say, okay, what can I learn from this? And how can I go forward from this and continue to grow and get better? That's it, right? Don't get bitter, get better. So remember that weight loss is a phase and maintenance is a lifestyle. And the good news is you don't have to do it alone, nor should you. If you feel like you are relying on willpower or discipline, then you need a better support system and a better plan. You don't need to fear the scale or start over every January. You just need a plan and a community and a daily rhythm that supports consistency. Consistency always, always wins. So if you are a current PhD weight loss client, or if you are just someone who has dropped weight but are afraid of gaining it back, or maybe you're witnessing what I like to call the creep, it is creepy, then this is just your sign to shift your focus, to realign, to create new standards in your life. I find that it's important to remember that the finish line isn't the end of your weight loss journey. That's actually just the beginning of a whole new, stronger, freer version of yourself. So please, if you are watching this on YouTube, in the comments, I would love for you to share something that's inspiring and motivating to others on this journey of weight loss, and most importantly, keeping it off for good. If you are listening to this on a podcast platform, please leave a review. I love to read them. And remember, you guys, you've got to step up to make the change. Lead with your heart, train your mind, and do not negotiate with your body. I'll see you next time.